Good afternoon, Leo and fellow cross-watchers. Welcome to Inner Knowing Messages Tarot. My name is Rhiannon. Thank you all for being here. Today will be your mid-monthly July reading. Just wanted to touch base with you to see how you're doing, what the energy is all about for you. Let's dive in and see. Please let me know where you're watching from and if this resonates. If you're watching the first 3 minutes, if you're watching the first 3 minutes of this video, and you would like to know the whole read, how it all transpires and what the ending would be, please go to the channel video section where you'll find the actual full-length video where you can subscribe to the channel and hit the like button on the video. Thank you. Right. How's the month been? Let me know, guys. Where are you watching from? Always love to know. Fascinated with the World Wide Web. Right. Okay, so we have 3 cards to start with. So we have the 6 of Wands. And this is to do with like recognition. This can also be about sources of success or victory, having a win, having the advantage on something. It could also be about triumphs and achievements. You could be having praise. You could be acclaiming award. And it can also be about goodwill and fame, possibly. It can be about, being a celebrity or just being scouted for something, maybe like for a modeling something or other, or maybe someone has approached you for something to do with the arts. Maybe you're a good artist or you can draw. If that makes sense, let me know, but that's what I feel. We then move on to the Lovers. I'm going to quickly cover their bodies there because they're naked, and this is card number 6. Okay, now the Lovers card, it cannot be about, initially, the old version of the Lovers card is actually about choice. It's about having 2 choices initially. And it's also about, love. It can be about romantic. It can also be about soul love, your vibe, your tribe, whoever you associate and, like to be around. And it's also about things like kindred spirits and, perfect unions, partnership, marriage, romance, desire, and sexual connections. But also with people maybe that you have a shared common understanding, a shared value in something. And then we have Justice, card number 11. And the 11 card breaks down to a number 2. So 1 and 1 equals 2. So the Justice card, this is all about, karmic justice. It could be about consequences. It could be legal disputes, law itself, or truth coming out on something, honesty, integrity, cause and effect, and life lessons. So have you been going through a tough time? Has something happened that you're finally getting to the bottom of something? It's been taking some time and it's been very frustrating. It might have been very timely, over 6 months to 6 years even, who knows? But let me know if that resonates with you guys. Now, this came out in the last reading, and that was with the Cancerian reading. And this is the commitment card. Now, we just had the Lovers card come out, so this feels very promising in terms of that. And it says commitment is an important factor to achieve a successful relationship. Now, again, commitment is fantastic. If you're in the stages where you want to commit, whether that's an actual marriage commitment, like by getting married, or an engagement to lead to marriage, or whether that's a case that you want to move in together, or become an actual item than just being casual. This could really, be a number of things. It could also be your commitment to something else. It could be that you're committing to a project, a job, a relocation, or, something else, a hobby. Maybe you want to commit to something to do with losing weight. Who knows? There's lots of reasons and rhymes around it. But ultimately, commitments, especially if you're looking to get with somebody or get engaged, as long as the foundations there are what they should be and everything is what I say a 50-50 partnership, because it has to work like that. You can't just have it all one-sided. It's not going to work if one person is doing all the work and helping to keep the relationship afloat, or is making all the effort, whereas the other person doesn't make much effort at all, if at all any, then that's a massive red flag. So provided all the boxes are ticked, like none of us are perfect, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying they've got to be perfection, because none of us are perfect. However, you have to have a lot of good, open and honest communication. Ultimately, if you're in a relationship with someone, can you sit there in silence on a car journey for hours? Can you sit there in silence at home or on holiday together? Have you done those things? Have you tried being with them 24 hours a day for a week, 2 weeks, however long? Have you moved in with them? Maybe, that's a good testing to see, whether or not that person really is for you and if you're really for them. It's a two-way thing, like I said. I've had relationships where I've moved in together with that person and it didn't work out. We give it a good try, and you get to know someone fully when you're living with them, and you're sharing the costs of everything, and you both got jobs and responsibilities and family commitments and whatever. It's only then that you're really going to understand that person in terms of their can't speak today, how compatible they are to you and how you are compatible for them. But if you are going down the route of commitment, congratulations. I really would love to know what and how was it you proposing? Was it them proposing? Was it you getting married? And where was it? Let me know. Was it a small intimate affair, or was it a big lavish event? Let me know. Fantastic. Okay, again, this card also came up in the last read, which is really peculiar. So this is also to do with the Cancerian reading, and it was about light up, card number 1414. It says mood swings, respect, family, constructive outlook, and quality. Focus your needs, desires, and hobbies. Everything is more accessible with a light attitude. You will be blessed with new opportunities, a new friend, or an addition to your family. Good vibes will speed up the process. As I said in the last video, to me, it's all about your energy. It's about the vibe that you give one another, whether that's friendship, work colleague, or lover. It doesn't matter. There's always a vibration that you give and connect with one another. And I think if you're wanting to have good, successful outcomes, positivity, good things going your way, you want to be what I would call, which is what Abraham Hicks says in her YouTube. You can find her on Esther Hicks, Abraham Hicks, and go as far back as when Jerry, her husband, was alive, bless him. But I believe completely in the law of attraction, about having the right energy to attract things in your life. And if you're with the right people and you're vibing, on the same level, then that's when things come into fruition, and it's a lot easier. It's more fun as well, I think, when you're actually in a happy place. Don't get me wrong, lots can affect you, life and all sorts of things. However, if you're focused, if you're with the right people, you're not with people that suck the life or the energy out of you, then that's half the battle, isn't it? But let me know, guys, if that resonates. Ooh. Then we have 6666, great blessings. This card did come out yesterday, but I cannot remember which card reading it was for, which zodiac sign. But this is to do with self-love, boundaries, needs, good vibes, wisdom, understanding, and letting go. It says, nurture yourself, your needs, desires, and boundaries. Let go of things that are weighing you down. Make space for something meaningful and expand your spirit to all areas of your life. That big love, opportunity, or job needs to squeeze in somewhere. And again, this highly relates to the vibration that you're on. It's about making space for things that you want to come into your life, which are meaningful, which mean a lot to you, which are your thing, are your soul tribe, your vibe, whatever it is that you associate with. But this is definitely something I think would definitely tie in with the cards that have come out for you today. But ultimately, let me know if that resonates with you. Thank you all for being here till the very end. Please, if you could kindly hit the like or subscribe to this channel, I would really appreciate it. Until next time, guys, take care and stay blessed.